Hello, welcome to Vibe Code Like a Champ. My name is Paul Pinto and I'm your host. Today, this is the channel that you're following, I hope. Let's try to reach this as much people as possible. I would suggest you to like and subscribe the channel that we can do reach more people with what we're trying to do here. What I would like to talk to you all today is about documentation. And this is what is sometimes what we as the developers, we don't like that much because our work is about develop and code, language code and so on. But when you go to the documentation, it's never good. And what I did here, for example, in the case of our fitness application, I already did all the part of the exercises, create exercise, maintain exercise, even linking exercise with that exercise, and reference tables, of course. What I came out today was to ask VibeCode if he can help me with documentation, and he did help me with that. I have it here, a file structure that I'm going to show you a little bit about it. I have it here, my the application of the admin application that will be a Blazor C#. I have it, sorry, my API application that will be a minimal API done in C# also. And here inside will be my client's application that will be used by the clients, the people that want to do the workouts, that will be developed in C# Avalonia. That with that I can compile directly to to Android, iOS, web, and desktop application. I can create all of them. Yeah, I could do MAUI, but if I do MAUI, my desktop application will never run in iOS or not iOS in Mac or in Linux. With Avalonia, at least I can run in all of them. Okay. But on this level of the application, I want to create some kind of features, and I want to come and say, can you create me a feature that now propagate to everything, to everywhere? Until now, I've been doing that. It's a little bit not, I'm not going to say complicated, but there's a lot of work around that. I need to write a lot of things. Don't have a process itself, and so on. What I did here, and this is the root side. What I did here was, what it is here, it is in the wrong place. It was to create using the Google Gemini. This is one of the AIs, the chat AIs that I use. I asked him to create my model, workout model. What do you think about it? Can you look for any other example of any other application? Let's create a workout model. And he did it here, a huge work out of it. And with this, all this work, what I did was came out and create this kind of template. I created one workout under folder called features. I create this workout folder, and out of this I created this workout template. I asked him to check about this workout, and because of my prompt, he was able to create out of this one documentation about workout. He was able to talk to me about the training programs, workout logging, the template that I will come to that in a second, and even advanced training concepts that is about supersetting and all these other things and so on. But what is important is this part. This will be the part that together with the admin, I will be able to maintain the workouts, create a workout, adding exercises as a cool down, warm up, workouts, and define what is going to be the set of that workout. If to be by time, or be by reps. There will be one EMOM every minute on a minute, or as many reps as you want. The MRAP can be anything. Okay, and this is the question that I was coming to him, and then he creates this workout template like that. Out of this, he created without this field that we have it here, this workout category. Okay, and and even with the target muscles, he didn't create this one. He just say that his objective, my objective of the workout was about the muscular or hypertrophy power and so on, so on, so on, so on. And then I was looking to that because we always have to review these things. And I looked to him and say, "Oh, can you tell me? Can you make a difference? How can we know that there is an exercise? The exercises are well aligned, because I can have an exercise that, for example, is air squat, that we don't use weights on air squat. If we want to use what we're going to use on squats and so on. Wait, let me just make a small pause. I'll come back in a second. Sorry about this, I'm back. Sorry about this small interruption. And like I was saying, he was having like I said, that there's some workouts that I don't use weights or is body weight exercises. And I really want to know if I'm not going to create some incongruence, some incompatibility, and say I'm going to do air squats with weights or any other kind of body weight exercise with weight. But there is body weight exercise like, for example, dips or pull-ups or even push-ups that I can do with weights. There is nothing wrong with that. But there's a few that I don't use weights. And then with that, I came out and asked him how we're going to do that. And he came out and say, okay, let's add it to the, let's add to the exercise with compatibility. Let's add to the exercise another field that we're going to call, he calls here weight type, but in the end, we're going to call a little bit different. We're going to call exercise weight type. We need just to update this. I didn't ask him to update this part, that we're going to be able to say if this exercise is body weight only, body weight optional, weight required, machine weight, no weight, and so on. We can define this on the exercise. That is something that we didn't have until now. Okay? And then now reading this information and taking this, and I said to him, oh, can you now create this kind of field, all this information for this field on the exercise? And that's what he did it for me. He created the reference table about this guy here, and how we're going to use this reference table. And on the exercise, on the API, I'm going to add it a little bit more. Put the exercise weight type. Now I'm going to be able to define on the exercise the weight type of it. And each exercise I can create it one. Maybe I need to can be several kind of weight types. This is something that we're going to see. But at least I can ask Claude to help me with the documentation. This is what is all about this video of today. I can ask him to say, okay, let's create this. Oh, I saw that you did this. Can you help me on this? Can you now create the tasks out of it? And now my next task here will be to, out of cameras, of course, I'm going to add this exercise weight type as a reference table, and add it to the exercise, add it to the API project that you'll be able to save and record in the database. I will add it to the admin side, and with all this information, then I will be able to create the workout. And if I put some exercise there, they say, oh, here I'm going to put the weight. Here there's a lot of logic. If you saw this. Here there's a lot of logic where it was here. No. If there is weight, I'm gonna no weight, that all the weights going to be 0. If it required weights, I need to have it the weight as plus than 0, and so on, so on. So this will be the kind of a business rules that he already created for me, just because I said, what about this? Can you help me on that? And this is what is important. We have to read what he does, and we need to move on and accept it, and then start to creating tasks for it. And this is what I'm going to do from this point. This was just to show that even Claude can help us in documentation. It's not just about code, it's about even to create the documentation. Your requirements engineers can have a huge help about this, finding congruence in your requirements, combine requirements, see if this requirement is aligned with the other requirements, and so on, so on. In this point, I think that using this vibe coding technology with Claude AI, even with Google AI, CLI will be the same. We can really help our development. This is all about what is I want to talk to you today. Tomorrow I'm going to show you this is already working, and we're going to be able to start creating the workouts, the management of the workouts. I hope that everything that you find this conversation very interesting, and I hope that you can follow, subscribe, and leave some comments in this video. See you tomorrow.